Howdy, hotshots. Beaming to you from Not a Financial Advisor land with not financial advice. It's Kevin with Earth 2 Mastery, one of your top 37.624 favorite digital investment YouTubers. And today, we're going to talk about how much that secret rare 2D Ultraman that the people are getting for missing out on the Ultraman reservations before are going to get might be worth. So grab your aluminum foil because this video might shield you from paying too much. Early on, there was a lot of hype with those 2D secret rares. People didn't even know how many were going to be issued. And so some of them were selling upwards of $1,000 on eBay. And since they weren't available for transfer yet, those were all based on future acquisition. But I think that there might be a little bit more reasonable price in order for that drop. Let's take a look at it here. We got a 295 billion balance in the reserve wallet for OMI, 40,816 million in the vault wallet. People are probably starting to stock up gems for that Thursday 2D Ultraman drop, so that might grow while the reserve wallet shrinks. Burn wallet balance, 3,692 million. We've seen that steadily growing since the market has opened and they're working through those backlogs of OMI. And we even saw Reese joking or hinting at a possible 5, 10, 20x burn of Ecomi sometimes as a promotional action. So that would be pretty good for us if they were to batch burn big chunks of OMI in order to promo their coin and their VeVe app, because that helps our future value of OMI. Obviously, with a 750 billion total token count, the smaller that gets, the more our tokens can be worth in the future. So say OMI is my homie for the algos down below. Gag is in her room pouting because she doesn't get one of those secret rare 2D Ultramans. We were like tapping furiously with a quickness on the app trying to get Ultraman when he dropped. We didn't get any Ultraman. We also didn't get any reservations. So we get no 2D secret rare. But it seems like about 3,800 people do. So a lot more of those are going to be distributed than people originally thought, which I think was driving that $1,000 price tag. So CoinGecko, we go over here. We see that Ecomi has moved up a little bit off of the 0.0055 level that it was stuck at for a couple days. I was accumulating there, so I liked it. It's up about, we'll go with about 10%, close to 20% really, up to 0.0067 off of its lows. So it is moving back up. It's finding a base, probably going into that Ultraman drop. It's going to keep going up little bit by little bit because that's what I've seen happen in the past. But if people can move their OMI to the wallet to convert to gems after the purchases of a drop, I've seen it drop off a little bit. So you might, if you were trying to get it in the 0.05506 range, you may be able to get it after the drop. I'm not 100% sure. Ecomi was at the Licensing International. If you go to Kyle Wilson's channel, he has the whole video there. That's where I was watching it. And here is somebody trying to sell the VeVe NFT Secret Rare Ultraman 2D poster on Carousel for, what, I don't even know what this S is. $1 million? $1 million something. I don't know what that currency is, but it just goes to show you the crazy prices that people think they're going to be able to get for them. But I want to put a little bit more of a realistic spin on it. That way you don't wind up overpaying. I've got one of these here that I did overpay for. I bought it on eBay before I was able to get into the market. I think I can't remember. Maybe I paid $125 for it. I'd have to go back and look. But it's an Ice King. He's rare. There's only 3,250 editions of him. And so I thought that it was a good buy because there was such a few count of him. I'm going to hold on to him long term, so I'm sure I'm going to get a good return on him. However, I could have waited until I got into the market, because now you can purchase them just not even on an auction, just right there on fixed price for 100 gems. So there's 3,250 of him. Adventure Time is a big brand. He's been out for a while. He's one of the earlier releases, and he's only 100 gems. But here's Ultraman. This is Ultraman Ace. He was the rare edition. He's obviously cooler than Ice King, in my opinion. But I know more about Adventure Time than I do Ultraman. So, you know, there is that. With the rare edition, there was 3,500 total issued of the Ultraman Ace. And he's selling in the market right now. You can pick him up for $350 on fixed price. So he's worth about $350. Obviously, he's worth more than the Ice King is, even though there's a few more editions of him. I think that just the label Ultra Rare is going to cause that 2D poster to be not Ultra Rare, Secret Rare is going to cause that 2D poster to get a little bit of a boost, but it isn't a 3D rendering, or you know, it's just a poster. So you've seen it hanging in there. You can't use it in the same ways that you can use this full digital sculpture. And it's possible, if there is gamification in the future, that you can use this type of collectible, this 3D sculpture in the game. Whereas I don't see that 2D poster having that option. So I would personally say that if it weren't labeled Secret Rare, the 2D poster would be worth something in between the Ice King at 100 gems and the Ultraman Ace at 350 gems. But I'm going to give it the edge because it is a secret rare, and that's how it's going to have the label. But there's a few more editions of it, and people didn't pay for it either, which means they're going to be more likely to flip it, I think, at a lower price. So my estimation of what the 2D Ultra Secret Rare is going to be worth is $300 to $350 in gems initially. So that's what I think. That's my estimate. Long term, obviously, it's anybody's guess where these prices go. It just depends on if it's flippers that have them or actual collectors that are holding on to them and sitting on them. Just like OMI matters if it's hodlers that have it or traders. Because if it's traders, they're in and out. They're selling it. They don't care about a big profit right away. If it's hodlers, they're going to be trying to stake it. They're going to be trying to get the in-app benefits. They're going to be holding it and basically removing it from the circulation in the market, which drives up everybody else's price. So, you know, it obviously depends on which collectors get in there and want to scoop things up. It's possible in the future that the Ice King is worth more than the Ultraman Ace. It just depends on how many people are willing to sell them, how many people are trying to complete the sets, what's important to people as far as mint number and mint date is concerned. So it's anybody's guess, you know, 6 months or a year from now when there's 1 million people in the app, how much each of these is going to be worth. But initially, I think that 2D poster is probably going to be worth about 300 gems. And that is my guess. And I don't think I would pay any more than that for it if I were you. But if you just have to have it and they won't sell it any cheaper, then that's what you have to pay. All right, guys. So we're going to keep doing more VeVe and OMI content. It seems like that's what most of you want. Obviously, I still want the channel to grow. So I'll be incorporating other content to bring in new subscribers because the growth has stagnated a little bit. So don't get too mad at me if you see other topics. But we're definitely going to keep covering important news with VeVe, OMI, and Earth 2 as well. Okay, guys, get to subbing.